Hey, I wanted to come on live and do a little video about the Seven Figure Agency Roadmap Live and intensive event, which we've got coming up next month. We're just about a month away from our Seven Figure Agency Roadmap Live and our intensive. And we've got lots of questions from people like who's it for, what should I expect, where's it going to be. So I wanted to shoot this video to kind of walk through the who, the what, the why, and really why I think this will be a game changer for you if you're running a digital marketing agency, you're trying to figure out how to take it to the next level, whether that's to get to your first seven figures or get to your next seven figures. So what I'd love to know is, like, if you're watching me live, type live in the comments. If you happen to be watching this after the fact, just type after. Kind of gives me a good sense of who's watching it and when. So this event is happening in Miami, Florida. It's 3 full days, and we go deep on landing clients, delivering results, retention, and scaling your digital marketing agency. The dates are July 15th through 17th. It's going to be in Miami at a really nice hotel, the Miami Marquis JW in downtown Miami. Beautiful venue, beautiful place. We've done a couple of these events there, and it was extremely well received. And if you're watching this, you're invited to register, come down to Miami, participate with us for 3 days. You can get all the details by going to sevenfigureagency.com/roadmap-live, sevenfigureagency.com/roadmap-live. If this is your first time participating, it is free. So I actually invite you to come spend the 3 days, plug into our member intensive at no charge to you. I'll talk a little bit about why it's free and how I can afford to do that here in a minute. But just know, if you're serious about taking your agency to the next level and you want to be exposed to the best of the best in terms of not just content and material with a proven model, but you also want to be exposed to some of the top digital marketing agencies in the country, I can't think of any reason you wouldn't invest in the ticket and invest in the hotel and get yourself down to Miami for these 3 days. It will be a complete game changer. Kind of what you can expect. The first day is what we call a Roadmap Live Day, where I unpack all the details from my book, The Seven Figure Agency Roadmap. It literally is the roadmap that I followed to build my agency, plumbing and HVAC SEO, to a $5 million a year business, right? And continue to grow and continue to scale. But it's also the model that I've taught hundreds of other agencies at this point that have now grown to 7 figures, right? And I really walk you step by step through making sure you've got the right business model, make sure that you've got the right program packaging, make sure that you've got your systems and procedures in place to land clients, deliver world-class results, retain your clients at the highest level possible, and ultimately create the scale, like the freedom, so you don't have to do it all yourself. That's day one. The other 2 days is actually our entire member community. Our paying members come together for 2 days to go deep on very different topics within growing our agency. And I'll talk a little bit about some of those sessions and what you can expect. But really the most powerful thing is the energy, right? Something powerful happens when you get out of your home office or you get out of the office that you're in and you plug into the energy of other highly successful people. And just spending time live and in person will change your physiology. It will change the work that you do. It will change the outcomes that you have. And so oftentimes I get like, why do you do this live? Can't we do this on Zoom? Can't this just be something that I log into? And I've done it via Zoom over the years. There's something totally different that happens when you're live and in person. And so you're going to plug into the energy, not just of other people that are aspiring to build their businesses, but also the energy of our coaches, our mentors, and the hundreds of agencies that are doing this full time in their business and have built really successful agencies. You're going to get lots of great new ideas, right? And what I don't want to do is fill you up with a bunch of ideas that you can't execute on. You're going to get proven ideas with step-by-step actionable tactics that you're going to be able to go out, implement, and put into play in the real world. You're going to get super focused. Like, I'm very clear, like, I don't want you just to come to a seminar for the sake of being at a seminar. I want you to get super clear on what your intention is, what your game plan is, what actions you're going to actually implement within your agency, within your team, within the way that you operate to get in a state of momentum and to get the goals and outcomes that you're after. And you'll get some great connections, right? When you've got hundreds of agencies coming together from across the country, you've got world-class speakers coming in, you're going to connect with some really, really smart people that will change the way you think, will change the way that you look at the world. So again, day one is our Roadmap Live. This is the model. This is the foundation. This is everything that you need in order to either grow to 7 figures over the next 12 to 24 months, or add an additional 7 figures over the next 12 to 24 months. And some people have said, you know what, Josh, I read the book, or I actually went through the roadmap implementation training. You know, what's the difference between that and coming live and in person? And what I found is, you know, reading a book is great, but I published this book a couple years ago. There's been a lot of updates and a lot of changes, a lot of nuance that I can explain live and in person that I can't, you know, in the book. And the same thing with the training. Usually people watch training videos, you know, a couple hours at a time as they have time, and they don't ever get immersed in the concept. They don't ever get immersed in the ideas and the strategies and the techniques. And so what I can do at a full day roadmap live is immerse you in the right model. You know, all of the key things, from how you land clients, how you deliver results, how you retain the clients that you have, and how you scale. And so even if you've read the book, even if you've watched the training videos, even if you're like subscribed to my YouTube channel, spending a full day going deep on this, you'll get a much fuller context and a much clearer action plan on how you can go out and implement it and execute it. And again, you know, part of the power of this is you're going to be surrounded by some of the most successful agencies in the country. As a group now, we've got 116 agencies that are doing over 7 figures. The group as a cumulative whole produces over $259 million per year. So these are niche focused agencies, you know, mostly in the United States, Canada, some international, you know, just really doing this day in and day out. And so you can't help but be exposed to talent. You can't help but be exposed to new ideas. And I believe you become an average of the 12 people that you hang around with most. And so how are you going to make those friends? How are you going to make those connections? Well, you have to come out live to these types of experiences, and you have to put yourself out there, and you have to have those types of conversations. And so my goal for the 3 days, especially for the Roadmap Live portion, which is on day 1, is to show you how to make more money so that you have all the money that you need to live your desired lifestyle, to take the travels, to have that nice car, to have that nice house, to take care of your family, the money that you need to live your desired lifestyle, but also to create the freedom that you're after. Because I don't know about you, but I didn't start my business just so I could have a lot of money. Like, money is nice and it gives you lots of options, but most of us started our business so that we can have freedom, so we can have the flexibility to do the things that we want to do, to take the travels. I just got back from a week in St. Kitts celebrating our 20-year anniversary, me and Yesenia, my wife. And while I was there, the agency continued to operate. The clients continued to come in. The conversations that needed to happen continued to happen. And I couldn't have done that if I didn't create the system, the procedures, and have the right model. And so, yes, I want to show you how to make the money, but I also want to show you how to create the freedom and the flexibility so you're not doing it all yourself, right? Because what good is money if you don't have the time to spend with your kids, or to spend the time with your friends and your family, or to take the travels and to have the adventures that you're really after? And then number 3 is we want to have an impact with what we're doing, right? And so while we're building this agency model, we want to produce the money, we want to create the freedom, but ultimately we want to know that we're doing good work for our clients. We're helping them get better results. We're helping them grow. We're building a team, and that team is being developed, and new career tracks for them are opening up. And we're changing the lives of the clients we work with and the team that we employ. And so that's really what the focus is for day 1 in Roadmap Live, is how do we make more money? How do we make more freedom? How do we have a bigger impact? That boils down to how do we land clients and get a system in place to land clients on a consistent basis, deliver world-class results, and then retain our clients long-term so they stick with us for the long term. Travis, do we need to be niche to ascend? Will it still be valuable if I'm not? You don't need to be niche. A lot of people do come into the Roadmap Live experience as a generalist agency, and you know, we're going to talk about the benefits of being in a niche. We're going to talk about how that helps you to systematize your operation, how it helps you become more magnetically attractive to the clients that you serve. I would like to think, you know, if you're open to going down the niche path, and I know Travis has a really successful local agency and you're doing really great work on that side of things and it's working really well for you. I would never say just abandon that, like shut that down, but I would love to see you create a division of the company that works with a very specific market, and you can go national with that division. If you're open to that, I think you probably would get amazing value, get lots of great conversations, and you'll have a great time, and you'll walk away with some great Great takeaways. So you don't necessarily have to be niche focused. If you're completely against the concept of ever doing a niche division within the company, you might feel a little bit out of place, right? Because all of the successful agencies really they're in a very particular market. Like we do plumbing and HVAC, there's roofing, there's contractors, there's, all of the different verticals you can think of. Travis, let me know in the comments if that makes sense. But I'd love to meet you in person. There are still a handful of members in the community that run generalist agencies, and that's just the way they prefer to operate. And so, while you probably wouldn't be, fitted in with everybody, we'd love to have you. And I think, you get some great insights and great conversations out of it. And so on that day one, the Roadmap Live day, this is before all of our other members come in, I'll walk you through our growth system, right? Which is the tactics you want to put in place to get clients coming in and month out. And like what you need to do to position yourself, what you need to do with your content, what you need to do with your delivery and your closing mechanisms to hit the key KPIs, which will put you on track to either grow to 7 figures or add an additional 7 figures over the next 12 to 24 months. What, like kind of the agenda I get all the time, so what is it that we're actually going to do in Roadmap Live? Like what's the deliverable? What's the content? We'll walk through the 7-figure agency model, which you don't have the right model, you'll be doing a lot of work and not getting the outcomes that you're after. The ultimate agency funnel, I'll walk you through how to set up the funnel to get clients to schedule in, get warmed up, and sign on the dotted line and come into you pre-positioned to buy so you're not chasing prospects down. We'll walk you through the client attraction method and the cold outreach formula, right? Assuming in the model we're choosing a niche, we're focusing on a very specific vertical. We put an appointment funnel in place that's specific for that vertical, gets clients interested in coming in. Well, then we need to get a list of prospects in that niche. We need to get their contact details, and we need the mechanism that we're going to use to get their attention, to get them to schedule in to our funnel. And then we want to warm them up, right? We want to get our prospects in that vertical to look at us as the go-to expert, right? We do that by the client attraction method, putting out good value-added content so that they see us the expert, they know that we've got proven results in the industry, and they're excited about doing business with us specifically. Second half of day one, we'll shift into client retention formula, which is now that we've got the clients, what do we need to do to retain the clients at the highest level possible, to create a world-class experience, to be extremely sticky with our client base, and then ultimately, how do we scale the agency, right? If the goal is to go to 7 figures and multiple 7 figures while creating freedom, how do we make sure we're not working 40, 60, 80 hours every week just to keep up with it? We're going to talk about how to set up your organizational chart, how to put your operations management procedure in place, how to build the systems and procedures so that you can have an agency that continues to grow without you. And so that's what we do on Roadmap Live. I've done this over the years via Zoom. I've done it live as a 2-day experience. We've decided the best thing we can do is give you all of the actions, all of the step-by-step in a 1-day Roadmap Live experience that walks you through that entire process of landing clients, delivering results, retention, and scale. And I promise if you show up and you plug into that 1-day process, the way you look at your opportunity in the agency, the way that you think about your action plan, how you're going to go out and land clients, how you're going to deliver results for those clients, how you're going to retain those clients, how you're going to scale the agency will be 10x where it's at today, right? So if that sounds good, right, just let's type in like Roadmap Live. That first day sounds pretty awesome, and you're going to get lots of great insights. You're going to get lots of great takeaways. And I'll tell you, we've had agencies come through the Roadmap Live process that were 7 figures and multiple 7 figures and say, wow, that was powerful. I got a lot of great insights. It really helped me a lot. And I could name them by name, but I don't want this video to go 30 minutes. We've also had people that came into the Roadmap Live that were a generalist agency and they were just trying to get their footing. They were just trying to figure out like what niche they might focus on, how they might program their packaging. And obviously they get tremendous value as well. So this is of benefit to you regardless of kind of what stage you're at in your agency. And over the years, this Roadmap Live process, which is the content in this book, the exact model that I use to build our agency to $5 million per year at this point, has been followed by agencies that have grown, again, to multiple 7 figures. Guys like Jim Aline from Roofer Marketers, like Austin Hauser from Base Coat Marketing, Chris Rodriguez from GrowPro, who works with martial arts studios. Jen and Kelsey Outram, who work with auto repair shops. Tony Ricketts, who works with landscaping and landscaping and lawn care companies. Josh Konigsberg, who works with law firms. The concepts have been proven in home services, in medical, in professional services. And it's not theory. It's not just, hey, this is what worked for me. It's what's worked for me and now 118 agencies that have gone to 7 figures and multiple 7 figures. And so I truly believe the best thing you can do is invest your time in shortcuts. Invest your time in proven strategies, because yes, you can beat your head against the wall. Yes, you can take massive action, but without the right strategies, without the right techniques, without the right model, it's gonna take you much longer to get to the goals that you've set for yourself. And so that's what we do in day 1, 7-Figure Agency Roadmap Live. And you're available to participate in this completely free of charge, right? I've charged for this in the past. I've sold it as a course in the past, which I used to sell for thousands of dollars. And now I do it for free. And people ask me, like, why is that? Why would you do this for free? Obviously, there's an alternative reason for it, right? Yes, I'm on a mission to help 500 agencies go to 7 figures over the next 5 years. I know that this is life-changing information. But I also know that just getting the roadmap isn't necessarily going to be everything that you need, right? You need the roadmap, and then you've got to take massive action, and you've got to solve the problems that you're going to solve, and you've got to, have a place to plug in and get support. And so what we found is bringing people to the Roadmap Live and letting them attend our 7-Figure Agency Roadmap Live experience is the best way for you to get a sense, like, is this the right information for me? Is Josh a good coach that's going to be able to guide me in the right direction? Is this the kind of community that I want to plug into and be a part of? And so yes, there's a coaching, mentorship, mastermind, program on the back end of the Roadmap Live. But we found is the best thing is to let you come in and experience it for yourself. And if it's a fit, obviously you're going to be like, high fives, I want in. I want to be part of this. And if it's not, that's okay, right? You're going to walk away with some great insights. Hopefully that makes sense and it kind of connects the dots, like, why would this be free? Well, yes, we're going to give you great insights, but you're going to need additional support. You're going to want a community to plug into. This gives us the best way for us to know you, for you to know us, and decide whether it's a good fit or not. So if you want to come participate and plug into the 7-Figure Agency Roadmap Live, completely free of charge, it's July 15th, and then we're going to be doing our member intensive on the 16th and 17th. You can register by going to 7figureagency.com/roadmap-live. I'll make sure that I add into the comments after the fact. Again, it's in Miami, Florida. We're going to spend 3 days. It's going to be a world-class experience. You've already kind of heard what we're doing for the Roadmap Live. I'd say several hundred people have come through this event over the years, and the feedback is always tremendous, right? It's always like, wow, that was a good use of my time, regardless of if it was a 7-figure agency, a multiple 7-figure agency, or somebody that's just getting started, just trying to get momentum within their business. Now, shifting gears, days 2 and 3 is when our member community comes together. They've already been through the Roadmap Live. They've already read the book. They've already chosen the niche, and they have the fundamental things in place. So the next 2 days is where we can really go deep on the higher level concepts of growing and scaling an agency, where we can lean against each other, we can share best practices, and continue to grow and scale our businesses. And again, it's really about the energy, it's about the ideas, it's about the focus, it's about the connections. And we have some amazing sessions lined up. A couple of the sessions, just to kind of give you an idea of what we'll be covering during the intensive itself. We've got Corey Quinn, who's the former CMO of Scorpion. Helped to grow Scorpion from $20 million to over $150 million in revenue. And he's going to be talking about the outbound strategies that worked well for the Scorpion sales team to have that level of growth that you can implement within your agency. This is going to be an extremely powerful session. I know our community is super excited about having Corey Quinn with us live. We've also got Alan Dibb, author of the One-Page Marketing Plan, joining us. And really the idea behind Alan is he's a marketing genius. He's taken some of the most complex concepts of marketing and boiled them down to this like one-page document that you can implement for your agency and or you can implement for your clients. And so we're going to help you guys map out your one-page marketing plan, put the tracking mechanisms in place to really know how much are we spending, how many leads are we generating, how many appointments do we get, how many new clients, what's our average cost to acquire a customer, and what channels are working best, kind of tying that back to the growth system. And what I believe is if you can become world-class in marketing, not just digital marketing, whether it's websites and SEO and pay-per-click, but you can become world-class in marketing and you can level up in that area, that's going to help you land clients, but it's also going to help you deliver next level thinking and next level results for your clients. So, some people have told me they're coming just because they want to meet Alan, right? He's coming in from Australia. They've read this book. They love this book. It's one of the top marketing books that there are. And so we've got Alan Dibb joining us. And then we're going to have a great session with Dr. William Attaway on leadership. He's the author of Catalytic Leadership. And I really believe as you grow and as you scale, and you get past the fundamentals of like how do we get clients and how do we do the SEO and the pay-per-click and the social media, the thing that's going to determine whether you get to multiple seven figures is how well you lead your team, how inspirational you are, how consistent you are. And so Dr. Attaway is going to be walking us through how to be a world-class leader in the context of growing and scaling our digital marketing agencies. Those are some of the core sessions. In addition, I always like to say that if we've got the top agencies in the country coming together, it would be a massive miss if we weren't roundtabling, if we weren't masterminding, if we weren't getting insights from the actual attendees in the event. And so we're going to be doing an SEO Unveiled, Proven Tactics for Dominating Search. We did an amazing brain trust with our member community on what they're doing to move the needle for their clients from an SEO rankings perspective. And so we're going to be pulling up some of our top SEO specialists in the community that run agencies to hear from them. Like, what are they doing? What are the systems? What are the procedures that are working right now? And then we're also going to be doing an AI in action panel, which there's lots of information about ChatGPT and Jasper and all these AI platforms. But what are agencies actually doing with the AI technology? What tools are moving the needle for them to reduce cost, to improve efficiency, to accelerate their growth? And so we're going to be hearing from some of our top agencies that are doing really cool things with AI and exactly how you can take that specific strategy and apply it within your agency. And so that's just the Cliff Notes. Again, the whole idea is we're coming together with you and our community of several hundred multiple seven-figure agencies, rolling up our sleeves, thinking about how we grow, thinking about how we deliver better results, thinking about what's changing in the digital marketing space, brainstorming, masterminding, and you're going to be filled up with energy, ideas, and you're going to walk away with a massively clear action plan. And so that's the scoop. Really, that's what we're doing 3 days in July. If you're serious about taking your agency to the next level, I promise this will be a game changer. And you literally have nothing to lose. Like it's a free event. I'm not even asking you to put a credit card on file. Go to sevenfigureagency.com/roadmap live. Get yourself registered. Block those 3 days. Come ready to hit the ground running. Come ready to plug in. I'm going to give you my best ideas and strategies. I'm going to give you access to our community. And I'm excited about helping you take your agency to the next level. So if you have any questions, whether you're watching this live or you happen to be watching it after the fact, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to those questions. You've been formally invited. You know when it is, you know who it's for, you know why it's free. You have some idea what to expect. I will say, in addition to the standard sessions that kind of go from 9 to 5, there's after hours dinners and award ceremonies that you're going to be invited to participate in, which are a lot of fun in the after hours as well. So, Miami, Florida, July 15th through the 17th. All you have to do now is go to sevenfigureagency.com/roadmap-live. Get yourself registered, and I'll be excited to see you there.